Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today, and it's time to talk new makeup releases. I'm gonna try and be careful, and I'll probably notice it while I'm editing, and please excuse me if I do. If I have anything orange in my teeth, I'm eating like the extra big Cheez-Its. What I normally do for videos like this is I pull up Trend Mood 1, which is an Instagram account, which I will link in my description box. And then I talk about not everything on there, because that would take forever, but everything that's been kind of catching my eye, either for hooray or like, excuse me. Just saw images of Pat McGrath's new Bridgerton collab. Now, I'm wearing Pat McGrath on the eyes today. I love Pat McGrath finishes. They're a little finicky for me because I'm not a professional makeup artist. I need like all the help I can get. But I love the reflective quality. I love the special overall look. But I don't know that these shades are gonna work for me in my daily because there's like a hot pink, like a fuchsia pink in there. There is kind of like a deeper, almost burgundy shade. And then there is a interesting like yellow gold, like a bright gold. On top of that, they have kind of like a pale blue and a couple more shimmery, champagne-y shades, but it's very much a look. And I don't know that it's the sort of look, it feels a little more editorial than I'm comfortable wearing on the daily. This is my happy place. This is my level of Pat McGrathness. But that was like, oh. And then I looked at the little blush that comes like in the little circle. It has the heart highlight at the top and then the 3 blushes. Love, but I'm wondering if those are a little too intense because the 2 Pat McGrath blushes that I have that I really love, and I think the formula is gorgeous, are lighter than those. And I think that highlight would be too deep for my skin tone and it would look like a little bar of gold right here. All right, so after that, there is kind of like a shimmering, I don't know if it's a body powder, if it's a loose highlight. It comes in a cardboard round kind of container and it has a really beautiful old-fashioned puff to it. And it makes my heart happy. The packaging is so pretty and it's this kind of peachy pink and it has cameos and pearls and beautiful. But both of those colors, there's one that's really champagne-y peach shade and one that's very pink. Neither of those I think would be good for me. And maybe I just need to get me, to a Sephora and swatch it. But will it sell out before then? Yeah, probably. The last thing here that I was like, oh wait, is there are new lipsticks. And normally the Pat McGrath lipsticks, where can I find one? They have the little gold lips on them. She has done hearts, and sometimes the hearts will be like pave diamond, well, crystals. And these ones are little bows. They're so cute. The other thing that's interesting about this is, am I behind on my Pat McGrath releases? Because this is a Satin Allure lipstick. So it's a satin shine finish. I know she has the Luxe Trance, the Matte Trance. I didn't know that she had a satin lipstick. I love me a satin lipstick. And these shades, she's got, some, like she's got an Elson 5 in there. She's got Entranced. I think those are both like shades that she already has in different formulations, but she's bringing them out in this satin. I don't know. I love so much. Love, 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 love. There's also an eye pencil involved in this. I do like the Pat McGrath eye pencils, but most of this is going to be a pass for me. And you know me, I don't really need another lip product. So I probably won't, but it's really catching my eye. It's making me excited, even though I can talk myself out of it and go, you don't really need this. All right, I'm gonna throw an image up for you that when I saw it, I instantly had it made me excited. It really excited me visually, even though none of this is something that I would ever do myself. Okay, let's talk about it. It's the new release from Ariana Grande. This is from her Rem Beauty. Is it Rem or REM? I don't know. I guess I'm thinking of like the 90s band REM. Maybe it's Rem. Okay. But I love the look of this. Her really strong block brows remind me of Audrey Hepburn. Her, pastel-y wash of eyeshadow and the really graphic liner. I'm loving that. Big lashes and those peachy nude lips. It is so mod. It is so throwback and vintage, and I'm here for it. I love it. But I don't know that it's something that's my makeup aesthetic. Do I love seeing it in others? Oh yes, 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 yes. And who knows, I might show this to my daughter and say, hey, you wanna try this? Let's play and have some fun in makeup. But I don't see myself picking any of these things up. It looks like they're releasing a new eyeshadow palette, some lashes, setting spray or skincare of some sort. I don't really know what's involved, although I love the look, like the image, beautiful, just not for me. This is one that kind of surprised me. This is a new release from Benefit. It's their Real Extreme Precision Liner. I remember when they came out with their Real liner that was kind of like the gel liner that you could crank up, and it had kind of a weird flexible plastic tip where it would, you know, come up between these two little pieces and you could just draw it on, and people were struggling with it. Do you remember that? I was like, what are you doing, Benefit? This makes more sense to me, and obviously I am loving winged liner. I don't know what happened, like a month ago I was like, oh, the eyeliner, and I want a wing, and I haven't done that in years, but it's making me happy, and this is like, oh, that's interesting. But this is where I remind myself that when I think of Benefit, I think of brows, and I think of like powdered cheek products. I don't think about liner, and the last time they released a liner that was innovative and cool, I don't know, maybe this is gonna be great. I have to remind myself, I already got great liners. I don't need this. The last time I recorded this video, I remember seeing that Makeup by Mario had released not just pencil liners, they had released 3. They also released accompanying lip products. They were a moisturizing, comfortable, moussey, matte liquid lipstick. So matte as in not shiny, but I think the idea was that it wasn't going to be like the type that dried down and never budged. It was going to be more comfortable, more moussey, and I liked that. But the colors that he released, although they were really pretty, I was like, I already have stuff like that. Give me something else. And guess what? Now there's more. There's a ton more colors of liners and of those lip products. So I don't know. He has the Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil. There's a ton of those shades. There's also the Ultra Suede Cozy Lip Cream. So the lip pencil is $22, the lip cream is $24. I feel like for a high-end product, that's not too bad, but it would be one of those things where I would get like one lip cream and one lip pencil, maybe coordinating colors, and see if I liked the formula overall. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but again, we're not that far away from the Sephora sale, the spring sale, that's coming up. So when I saw this next collab, all I could think of is there not a line that's too far? And I understand why they do it because it's a really fun collab, but really? All right, so Makeup Revolution has collabed with Dr. Seuss. Actually, it's iHeart Revolution, excuse me. And they have eyeshadow palettes, they have face palettes, they have eye pencils, they have brushes. And here's the thing, I never grew up reading Dr. Seuss or having it read to me as a child. I was introduced to Dr. Seuss for the first time when I started reading it to my kids. My mom was not a nonsense person, so she hated all the Dr. Seuss stuff, so she never bought it for my brother and I. And I love nonsense, I do. And so my husband, who grew up with all of these books being read to him as a kid, was like, well, we need this one and we need this one. We've got a huge Dr. Seuss collection and a special place in my heart for Dr. Seuss. But when I saw this, I was like, really? I don't know. I feel like it's the only thing, and here's where I'll tell you, the only thing that really kind of catches me, and I don't think they would be good, but they still make me happy despite the rest of this collab kind of frustrating me, are the Thing 1 and Thing 2 brushes. I don't know, you know, red with the little blue tops. They're so cute, but I don't know that they'd be any good. So none of this is just kind of me going, how dare you. To me, this sort of a collaboration cheapens the work of Dr. Seuss. That's just my take on it. But if you love Dr. Seuss and these are for you, I haven't tried anything from iHeart Revolution. I don't always love everything I try from Makeup Revolution, and I feel like this being kind of like the younger sister brand, I don't know, it feels like it's less expensive and I don't know what the quality would be like. Maybe I just need to try it and decide, but this is definitely like a, ugh, how dare you, except for those brushes, those are cute. I love that so many people are doing refillable lipsticks. Has Dior always done refillable lipsticks? I feel like all of the Dior I have is not refillable. Like the ones that I have like this, they're just, you know, they each come with their own lipstick and case. And of course I could, you know, put a different one of these in here, but I think this whole refillable case are kind of going on that Givenchy Rouge G line, like where you have each case is different and you can customize it to be what you want. So they do have some interesting cases. It looks like there are 4 cases right now. And then of course the actual lipstick component that looks like this. I would be really interested, and I don't think we can pop it out, is if this whole portion here was also reusable and it was just this that popped in and out, like the ones from Fenty or the ones from Charlotte Tilbury. Because this is what a Charlotte Tilbury refill looks like. Looks like this. You pop it into one of her reusable cases and you can instantly refill, and these are so much less expensive. So I don't know if these Dior ones are, you know, you're getting this whole component, or whether, you know, the case is this and this, and then the actual product itself gets swapped out. I do really like their Dior Addict Shine lipsticks. That's what this one is. This one's the shade Mirage. I have one in Lucky as well. I think they're gorgeous lipsticks. I used to love the one in Black Tie. They don't make that one anymore. Such a beautiful shade. But I would be interested to see what shades they have. And this is might be something that I would put on my Sephora loves list for the upcoming sale, but I'm not running out right now to get it. This is so interesting to me. I don't have anything at all from this brand, but it looks like Give Me Glow Cosmetics has a new eyeshadow palette. There are 16 shades and it's called their Bad Mood versus Good Mood eyeshadow. So they have kind of like a palette that opens up, you know, and you have 8 shadows on this side and then 8 shadows on this side. And there's interesting because maybe the Two Moods palette, I really like those deeper kind of berry tones on one side. I don't know that I'm absolutely gaga for all the peachy stuff. I've got a ton of warm peachy eyeshadows, but those berries and those pinks are super intriguing to me. I've never tried anything from Give Me Glow, heard nothing but good about them. This is super exciting. I don't know. The other thing that's really cool, it says that all of the pans are magnetic so that you can rearrange them to your liking, so that you can pull 1 or 2 out and build your own custom palette. I love doing that. I did that recently, and I love knowing that a lot of my favorite brands have, like most of these are Viseart. Square pans are Viseart, some of the round ones are Sydney Grace, and I just pull them out of existing palettes because those palettes, even though they're kind of like they're standalone, they're all magnetic, so you can just plop them right out. What a great way to make sure that you're using every single shadow in your collection to its fullest potential by maybe getting a different vibe together, rearranging things to better suit the way your eye works as you're working across an eyeshadow palette. This is intriguing to me. I don't know. It says that it's coming soon. I don't know when soon is, but this would be something I would be really interested in. I've been in love with color for spring. Like this shirt is like everything I want my entire spring and summer to be, just bright and joyful and colorful. And I'm wearing a lot more eye makeup, a lot more eyeliner, a lot more color overall. And when I saw this next palette, I was like, ah, except I talked myself out of it because I'm just not going to use it. It would be fun to look at and fun to have, but I would never use it. It's from ColourPop. It's their Lime Light collection. So the greens in here make me happy, and the fact that they are not really deep. There is that kind of khaki green in the lower right corner, but everything else is really light, and it looks like it would be so much fun to play with. But I don't know, like past this season, would I ever reach for it again? And would I only reach for it now because I've been craving so much bright color? I don't know that like fall me would be excited about this, or even 2023 spring me would be excited about this. But right now it brings me joy, it makes me happy, but I'm okay letting somebody else love it for me. I really want to go to my local Sephora and I want to see if they are carrying in store, mine's a little bit smaller than some of them, if they are carrying the new Gwen Stefani line. Is it Give? Anyway, I love the red lipstick. You know me, I love a red lip. And who knows red lipstick better than like Gwen Stefani? She's been living in a red lipstick for decades, and I'm so excited about this. The other thing that's really cool is I feel like her brow pencils would be really good. And even though those quads are very basic shades, they look like they would be like the perfect open it up, do a quick eye, and we're off to the races. But I think the thing that's calling me in the most that I might end up grabbing is a red lipstick, just to try it. I have very few things from Huda Beauty, but the minute I saw this, I was like, maybe. She has a new cheeky tint. They look like giant, like scribble crayons for your cheeks. And they're $25. They're a tint blush stick. So I think they're gonna be a little bit lighter, a little bit sheerer than maybe her glowish blushes, which those cream blushes were a little bit maybe more pigmented than these, but there are 5 shades. They look so pretty. And I was really liking the bottom too in this image, that berry tone and maybe more of that red. I also really like the top one. I don't know. The only one that really doesn't call to me is the kind of the Barbie pink one, the second one down. But I would be super excited to try one of these. I don't know that I need them because I am swimming in cream cheek products. Absolutely, up to my eyeballs in cream cheek products. I don't need another one, but this one actually was like the, ooh, I don't know. Do I need it? Okay, here's another collab for me that I was like, really? Okay, it's from Morphe. It's Morphe and Lucky Charms. I love Lucky Charms. I mean, like this shirt feels very Lucky Charms to me because it's got all the colors and they're all swirled together, and I lived for Lucky Charms as a kid. But this, I don't know. Maybe this is, when I think Lucky Charms, I think more of those pastel shades. And I'm not really seeing those here. I'm seeing more bright primary colors like the blues, the greens. I feel like the greens were a little bit more muted. That there was no real red, there was a pink, and the yellow wasn't that vibrant. It was a little bit more like a butter yellow. I don't know. Am I not remembering things right? It's been a minute since I've had Lucky Charms, but I love Lucky Charms. And when I saw this, the idea, the colorfulness of the packaging, it's all very cheerful and exciting, except I don't know about Morphe and their quality. And on top of that, I feel like they got the colors wrong. My favorite cereal ever, and I can only find it at one grocery store in town, is Cocoa Puffs with Lucky Charm marshmallows. I rest my case. Okay, this is not for me, but I might need to go out and get a bag of Cocoa Puffs with Lucky Charm marshmallows. Natasha Denona has a new midi palette. This is her pastel eyeshadow palette. 15 shades. I'm assuming because it's in that same midi size that it's $65, but I don't know. It has mattes, metallics, transparent multi-chrome shades. Here's the thing. Does this make me happy? Oh yes, it does. But I don't know that these are my shades. I don't know, I was just talking about like the Ariana Grande, and yes, I'll use my own pastel eyeshadows. And this looks really fun, but this is not calling me the same way the Glam palette does. Even the bronze palette, which I feel like those warm neutrals are not necessarily for me these days. I still wear them, but I don't need to go out and get a Natasha Denona bronze palette. The Glam palette is still calling my name a year, almost a year and a half later. Even the retro palette, that one is still like, perhaps. And this one's like, oh, that's cool. Nah. So this is a no for me. But if you love Natasha Denona palettes, are you planning on getting this? Have you already picked it up because you just want to make sure you got them all? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. If I had not already purchased so much new foundation in the last 6 months, I would get this in a heartbeat. And I don't know, I might still. Natasha Denona has launched her Yummy Skin collection. Okay, so I'm either like love or it didn't work for me when it comes to Danessa Myricks. I tried her Dew Balm, that just didn't work for me, but I can see that it's a beautiful product. I tried one of her color fixes as eyeliner and I couldn't get it to work for me the way that I wanted it to, but that doesn't mean that it's not a great product. And then there are some products that I love. I love her Twin Flames. I love her highlight palette. I love her cream bronzer. I feel like there's a lot of really good Danessa Myricks products. I really love the idea of this yummy skin. Oh, it looks good. So the glow serum is $34 and the foundation is $34. And it looks like it's packed full of skincare ingredients that are going to boost that bouncy, plump, hydrated look of your skin. Hyaluronic acid, squalane, vitamin C, things like that. So I think this is interesting. Oh, I don't need any new foundation. I don't, but I'm so curious. I'm so curious. This is definitely like one that was like, what? Yeah. I feel like if I was going to pick this up, I should have picked it up like right when it launched to do a review of it. And so at this point, I don't know that I'm really still gonna get it, but I would love to know, have you picked this up? Have you tried it out? What do you think? But I love the idea, and the promotional pictures for all of the models, and their skin just looks delicious. Yummy is the perfect name for this collection. I've never tried any makeup from Byredo, but they recently released a Flora Kalahari eyeshadow palette. It has 18 shades. It's $96, so it's very pricey. And I have never made it a secret that I like a smaller palette. I do prefer something a little bit more curated, not quite so large. I can get lost in a large palette, but that's a me problem. But as I was looking at this, I instantly thought, oh, some of these shades are just gorgeous. And then the longer I looked at it, the more I started noticing that a lot of these shades are just like a hair's width away from one that's close to them or another one in the palette. Take a look at this. Don't a lot of these look like they're really close? Do we really need 18 shades of this? I don't know. They all look a lot alike. I don't know. You've got that teal in there. You've got some burgundies and kind of like a hot orange. But I feel like a lot of these have a similar tone to them. And for $96, I'd want just a little bit more variety. Or what I would like is, instead of having an 18 pan palette, maybe a 9 pan, and to take out some of the ones that are similar. I don't know. This does not really call to me. I was interested, like, oh, interesting. And then I was like, oh, why do they all look alike? So that was kind of like my, excuse me? This is something I've been looking for, and I haven't found it locally yet. They only had limited shades on Amazon because I was totally gonna buy this, but it's the new Super Stay Vinyl Ink Longwear Liquid Lip Colors from Maybelline. So these are budge resistant vinyl color that lasts for 16 hours. Now, I don't know, I'm curious. And then these colors, they've got some pinky nudes, and then they've got some really bold, punchy colors. They're not supposed to smudge. They're not supposed to transfer. They're not supposed to, like, they're just supposed to stay there all day. And I'm like, and be shiny? Excuse me? So I'm very curious about these. I would love to try them. If you have tried one, let me know, where did you get it? When I was looking, it's been a while, they weren't yet on the Maybelline website for order, and Amazon only had 3 of the, I think there are, what, 8 colors? And I couldn't find them locally, but I'm gonna keep my eye out for these, because this whole idea of smudge resistant vinyl, like a glossy lip, that is so exciting to me. And so give me a red, give me a deep berry. Let's do something bright and bold. I almost bought this palette. And I think maybe what kind of drew me back from the edge was the fact that I don't know that I would use all the shades in here. Okay, this is the Monochromance palette from Hindash. I told you I've been loving color, and these pastels, they look so wearable. They look so wearable, and to me, they're a little bit more saturated, and you have that ability to use the lighter side or the darker side or mix them together. It feels like you could do endless variations. This looks so interesting. The blue, the tealy blue at the bottom, that's the one that's kind of like, I don't know. But the chances are I probably would. And I feel like it's so beautiful. I could use the top color for bronzer contour. The 2 middle kind of warmer pans, the one's more pink and the other one's more kind of terracotta-y red. I could turn those into blushes out and they'd be beautiful eyeshadows. I was like, this could be a total face palette. It's $75. I don't know. I kind of don't think I'm gonna get it, but I love the look of this. The one thing that is still like calling my name, like buy me, buy me, buy me, is the Boy Tears. So this is a liquid, really gorgeous shimmer product that when I was watching a tutorial, he was using to tap over the top of all of these matte powders on the eye. And I was like, I want. So I don't know. That's really pretty. I don't think I need it, but I have never tried anything from Hindash. Oh, it just looks so beautiful, shiny. And you know me and shiny, I love a shiny something. I think I'm still gonna stick to that I'm not gonna buy it, but if it ends up here and you see it later, just know I couldn't help myself. The last thing I wanna talk about is a new powder from Estee Lauder. And normally I don't really stay, like, Estee Lauder's not really on my radar. You know, with the exception of their Double Wear face products, like I really love the original Double Wear. I like the sheer long wear Double Wear. That one's really good. And then during the holidays, I picked up this. And you can see that I've used it so much that I've worn off like the writing on here. What is it officially? The Estee Lauder Double Wear Radiant Concealer. I love this concealer. I didn't know I needed that concealer in my life because they're really not on my radar. And so I don't know, when they come out with something else to the Double Wear line, sometimes I feel like it's Charlotte Tilbury cashing in on Pillow Talk, or NARS cashing in on Orgasm. You see what I'm saying? Those brands that have that one iconic shade that everybody knows them for. I feel like this is that same thing with the name recognition of Double Wear. But this was kind of interesting to me. They have a sheer flattery loose powder, and it's a microfine finishing powder that sets your makeup, saves you from shine. It's lightweight and silky sheer, and it comes either matte or a soft glow, and there are 6 shades. And I was like, do you get 6 shades of matte and 6 shades of soft glow, or is it 3 of one and 3 of the other? I don't know. I'm so curious. And part of me is like, who needs another face powder? And the older I get, the more I'm looking for the perfect powder, like that one Goldilocks powder that's gonna do it all. I can use it under my eyes. It's not gonna make my skin like look dry and aged. It's not gonna make me look cakey. It's, you know? And so now the older I'm getting, and I really feel like in the last 6 months, I've noticed a real textural difference in my skin, and powder sits differently than it did even last summer. And now I'm like, so my tastes are changing even from what I have in my drawer. And part of me is like, maybe? I don't know. Do I need it? Absolutely not. Do I have stuff that works? Oh yeah. But it's intriguing to me. Doesn't mean I'm gonna get it, but I'm kind of thinking about it. If you know more about this, or you're curious, or you've already purchased it, let me know in the comments down below. All right, I'm gonna end there because there's always more makeup to talk about, but we'll just leave it there. Thank you so much for watching today. Let me know, are you kind of off the makeup purchase train right now? You're just like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna use what I have. Or have there been things that have kind of been like, you know, you throw out the line and they're reeling you in? Because some of these are, I'm right there like nibbling on the bait. I'm taking it left, right, and center. But I have to remind myself that I have plenty. All right, let me know what you're interested in. Have a great day, and I will see you again soon.